Hello friend, welcome to your channel Tech Developer and the continuous series of to-do application using the Spring Boot. In my last video, we have just completed our skill controller related to our to-do app. Now in this video and our further videos, we will continue towards our user controller and we will create a user APIs and then after we will go further with the task APIs. So let's start. So first of all, we need to create a REST controller for the user. So go to the class and name it as a user controller. Mark it as a REST controller and add the it request mapping. And the request mapping will contain the value attribute, and value attribute contain the API URL. And inside the API URL, similarly like to the skill URL, we have to create the user's URL. So just copy and paste it and rename it as the user URL, and the skill should be placed with users. And we need to use it here. So our request mapping will become the user URL, means slash API slash v1 slash users will contain all the request base URL for the user controller or the user API. So let's create our controller method. First of all, we will create an API for creating the user. So for that, let's check that what the user domain or entity contains. So ID, first name, last name, username, password, and their skill sets. Okay. So what we need here, if we need the user body, then we will be required the first name, the last name, username and the password, and also the set of skills that we need to add with that user, means the user. So let's create the form first. Go to your form package and we have already a user form. Okay, so we have already created in our earlier videos the user form. So definitely it is same thing, that is the first name, the last name, the username, password and set of skills or set of longs, that is a skill IDs. So this user form is already created. We just need to validate this form that first name should be not null, username and password should also be not null, and the username should be unique. So let's start the validation part here. We need to use the annotation not empty, so not null, not empty, not blank, not null, not empty and not blank. This should also be annotated with not null, not empty, not blank. I think last name is nullable here. So yes, so last name is nullable. So we can skip this annotation for last name field because it is not required. It is like optional. If the user pass, then we will save. Otherwise, we will not validate that thing. So similarly for the password, not null, not empty and not blank. And the skill set of long, we will put not empty and not empty because we are containing the collection here and we are saying that collection should not be empty. So for whenever you take any collection, I will suggest that you should create always the empty collection instead of handling the null. So let's create a new hash set here so that no null handling should be there. So we have created an empty set and we are saying that we should not contain the empty set here if the user is passing. So not null, not empty, not blank annotation. Basic annotations we have already used here. Now the time is to set up the message attribute inside that, and the message attribute we are containing inside the validation messages class. Okay, so we have the validation messages for skill. So let's create the messages for user last name, first name, username, password, and the skill IDs. So one by one we will create it. Just let it to be created for the first name first. So the public static final string user first name cannot be null. So user dot first dot name dot not dot null dot required. And similarly for first name cannot be empty and first name cannot be blank. So let's create public static final string user first name cannot be empty. User dot first dot name dot not dot empty dot required. And similarly for the blank, public static final string user first name cannot be blank. User dot first dot name dot not dot blank dot required. So we have just created the message for first name field. So let's add them. User first name cannot be null, and similarly inside this we have a message for validation message dot user first name cannot be empty, and message equals to validation message dot user first name cannot be blank. And we definitely need to add the group, so the not null group will be given here. So if you are new to my channel guys, I will suggest you to see my all videos related to the validations, and so that you can be able to understand that what we are doing here, why we are using these kind of annotations, and how the groups and sequence work. So let's add the not empty group here, and the group will be not blank group dot class. So first name will be completed here, first name validation are set, last name validation not required. So we have left with the validation messages for username, password and skill IDs. Okay, so let's start. Message will be the validation messages username. Okay, so just copy this username So we have also created the validation messages for username, not empty, not null and not blank. So let's add them. Validation messages dot username cannot be null, and message here will be username cannot be empty. And for the not blank, the validation message will be validation messages dot username cannot be blank. Now let's add the group. Group here will be the not null group because we are annotated this with a not null annotation. So the group will be not null, and here the group will be not empty group dot class, and this group will be not blank group dot class. So username validation is also set. Now let's set the validation for password. So go to the validation messages and add the validation messages for password also. Password, 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 and this username will be replaced with password. So password related validation messages also written. So let's add them here. Message equals to validation messages dot password cannot be null, and message here will be validation messages dot password cannot be empty, and here the message will be validation messages dot password cannot be blank. Let's add the group here. Group will be not null group, not null group dot class, and that groups will be not blank group dot class, and here the group will be not here the group will be not empty group, and here the group will be not blank group. And now we have done with the first name, username, password validation. We are left with the skill IDs validation. So here the message should be gone that skill ID set cannot be empty, or you can say that user skills cannot be empty. User dot skills dot not dot empty dot required. So we are done here. Let's add this message here. Message validation message dot user skills cannot be empty, and the group will be not empty group dot class. So we have created the form. Let me check if something else is left. So we have a length validation also here. So let me add this length validation also, that each and every field, that is first name, last name and username and the password length, should be means a different as compared to this 50, 50 and 200. So first name length will be at the rate length maximum length will be 50, and the message will be validation messages dot. Let's create a message here that first name user first name length exceed public static final string user first name length exceed user dot first dot name dot length dot exceeded, and similarly the username and the password. So let's copy and paste here. So the username length exceed user dot, so username dot length dot exceed, and similarly for the password length exceeded. Password dot length dot exceeded. So we have created the validation part for this also. Let's add it here, that the validation message should be validation message dot user first name length exceeded, and same thing will be added for the username and the password. So here will be username length exceed and maximum length is 50, and similarly here the password length exceed and the password length is 200. And for the last name, what we can do, that we can create at the rate length, and the message will be, sorry, first of all minimum length is 0 and maximum should be 50, and the message will be validation message dot let's create a validation message for the last name also. So user, instead of user first name, it will be user last name length exceed last name dot length exceed. So add the message here, user last name length exceed. And another validation we left for the skill IDs, that we need to check that all the skills IDs are valid. So for that we need to create a custom annotation that we will create in our next videos, and further we will do some more validation part left. That is, we need to create the groups and sequence for the at the it length annotation. So I think it will be fine for this video, guys, because it will take some more videos to complete the API. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Bye for now. If you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon. And if you are already a subscriber and not getting my video notification, so I request you to kindly check that have you after subscribe have you pressed the bell icon. If you have not pressed the bell icon yet, kindly press the bell icon and you will definitely receive my notification whenever I upload the video. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Bye for now. Take care.